Today I'm going to share an experience of my day. So the day was in last monsoon. I get up early in the morning on that day, then I went to my school. After going to my school, I took my all the classes, and when I was about to finish the last class, it was started raining. I was scared. I was a little nervous because I didn't bring any umbrella with me, and every other people brought umbrella with them. So that's why I was a little upset and nervous. So when the school bell was rung, all the students started to leave the school with their umbrella. They were holding their umbrella over their head and they were leaving our school. After a while, only I was the person who was standing in front of the school who had not any umbrella. So I was standing in front of the school under a shade, and it was pouring. I kept standing there and I was watching around me all the people, all the students whose home was located nearby our school. They easily went their home. On the other hand, those students whose home was located far away from the school, they were getting trouble to get vehicles to win their home. But after a while, all the students had got the vehicle and they reached their home. Only I was standing in front of the school under a shade. That time I decided that why not take a risk? Why not rush to the roundabout? So our school was situated a little far away from the roundabout. We had to take vehicles to reach our home from that roundabout. Then I rushed from the school to the roundabout by placing my hand over my head so that I kept my head dried because I have a allergy and I get easily cold. That's why I had to save my head, and that's why I placed my hand over my head and I rushed to the roundabout. Then when I rushed to the roundabout and when I reached there, then the air started blowing so strongly and I couldn't stand there because of strong blowing air. Air was blowing extremely strongly. Those people who were holding their umbrella over their head, their umbrella started breaking down because of extreme blowing air. Okay, and it was also pouring outside. The rain was heavy, the air also was heavy, and it was a risky situation for us. And then after a while, all the people who were waiting for the vehicle to reach their home, they got the vehicle and they reached their home. But I was the only person who didn't get any vehicle because my home is situated in a wrong side. I mean, in a different side. That's why it is hard for me to get vehicles in normal day and let alone a rainy day, and that's why I couldn't find any vehicle. After a while I realized that I stood there more than half an hour, I mean almost 1 hour. Then I decided, oh, let's go to home by my foot. Okay, then I walk all the way to my home, and finally I reached home. When I was coming to my home, it was flashing, it was lightning, it was thundering in the sky, and I was so scared, I was so afraid of that. And I was thinking that time when I walking towards my home, that what if the thunder fall in my head and I will be die. I was so scared, I was so afraid of that, and I faced a lots of travel to reach my home. And that day I had cold so it was an horrible experience for me. So that's all about my that day experience. Let me know in the comment box if you have any horrible experience in your life.